no, I'm Dan.
Hi, I'm Graham, and together we are the Woolly Cod Wanderers. Well, hello everybody. Well, we're back on the drive again, but we'd only been away on tour, I think it was 2 or 3 days, and guess who was a silly sausage? Me. Jane had nipped into a shop and I thought, I'll just reverse the van back, and the parking bays were set on angles so that as you reversed, the driver's side was the first one that would come towards the curb, and it was just a hedgerow, so I thought, well, the rear step, if I go a little bit too far, you'll hear it on there. Anyway, so I'm reversing back, keeping my eye on this car on my left hand side, and as I'm reversing back, all of a sudden I hear a boom. I thought, what have I done? And I hadn't noticed there was a post inside the hedge. Anyway, I'll show you what I've done. Well, I've made a right mess of it, haven't I? It's crunched all the metal up there. Trust me, there's always one. Anyway, so today's job is we have to go underneath. I'll show you. And you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. They're all slackened off there now. I've got that one out, so I need to go and slacken the other side off. So there's 4 bolts either side. Take them out both sides, and then hopefully the step should come away from the van. Well, what a chew that was. It was only taking 8 bolts off, but I've got them off. And as you can see, that was the front of it. There's where it's took the impact and it's bent it right over here. So it's going to my mate Biff's, who's a welder, and he's going to heat that, straighten it up, sort that end out. And then if you notice, there's a, because this is only box, yeah, they call it, what they call it, box summit with a metal. Anyway, that's got a hole in there, so he's going to replate that so that that's the one that I've done. And then there was the original one at this end. So what we're looking at doing now is getting that end and that end sorted out, where the hole is, getting that filled, and then we were thinking of putting the mild steel base across the top, you know, that zigzag metal, so it'll just be a complete metal step, because these, which were the plastic bits that sat on there, they're a bit brittle, and as I say, they are old and they're quite brittle, but poor Woolly Cod Wanderers has took some hammer there, hasn't it? So anyway, they're going in the bin, and we'll see how rectified in that. The other thing is, as well, when you, I'm surmising that most steps will be the same, and that was on the other side of that piece of angle of the step, which is obviously your towing point. So we'll get that cleaned up, sprayed, so that's ready to go back on. And the bolts that were in it were 19mm, I think, what, 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5 inches long. But remember the hose pipe in one of my old videos when we were putting the waste tank on? And what I had was, this is the waste pipe. Now this waste pipe went through here, came back round, sorry, went through there, came round and was tied off here. But the problem that creates is, I don't know if you can see the bend in the pipe, but there was that bend in the pipe so that the water wasn't flowing it properly. So my job now is, I'm going to look at repositioning this underneath and then re-putting the tap on, but it's going to be along the side, so that it's a shorter pipe and there's no going up, it's all just comes down, so gravity will hopefully make it drain better. So that's the plan next anyway, but that's off. So that's part, I suppose, stage one of it. Now we'll try it. Well, my mate's going to make it look good again. Right, there's your wastewater coming from your tank, and now it just comes past the wheel to that point there. And so as you see, it all keeps at the same level, whereas last time it was coming from there. Oops. Last time it was coming from there, went all the way along here, was taped onto there, and then went through the rear step and out to the side. So we've got rid of all that pipe, which was ridiculous really when you think about it. So now it's just that little bit of pipe that comes out at that point there. Well, we've got, my mate Biff has straightened out that edge, which was the damaged area, straightened that out, and he's also straightened the end bit out there, and then he's put a little bit of metal across there to make it a nice straight edge. And he's also done this little box area for me. You wonder what that's for? You have to wait and see. But if I just move that stick from underneath it so we can let this down. So there's the step now. So as I say, we've got that piece of metal, and Biff's rounded off the corners for me and welded that in place. So I just want to put another layer of paint on her, and then that is then ready to go onto the back of the van. I've also, while I've had that off, is this, which is the oh, have I missed a bit there? No, it's just the way the light was catching it. This is your towing point that also fits onto this bracket here when it goes up. So I've given that a bit of spray as well, so that it looks a bit neater and hopefully helps protect it a bit longer. So that's the situation with that. So we're going to stick another coat of paint on it, and then when that dries I can think about putting it onto the van. All ready now to assemble the step. So I've bought new bolts, the 19mm, got nylon nuts with them, some washers. There's me towing point that's been redone. Then I've got me grease to put round the bolts as I put them in, just to help make them last or stop rusting or whatever. So that's that, and then there's the step, and I need to show you this bit. Now remember what I was saying to you. Do you have any idea what that's for? Well, Jane's now tied on our little stretchy pocket thing. No ideas? Ha ha ha, I'll tell you in a bit. There it is, the new step fitted. Oh, not the new step, the refurb step, should we say. And these 4 holes, 1, 2, 3 and 4, I've ordered some little red LEs in to go in there, and they're going to rig them up to the back lights, so that when the lights are on we've got 4 red lights shining on there. And there's our little pocket. Do you know what it's for? I'll tell you what it's for. It's for poo bags. Yes, poo bags. Well, it's like when you're out with your dogs And then if there's no bins about, we tend to put the poo bags at the side of the van until we get the opportunity to put them in a bin. And if there's no bins about and you're going to move off, then they've got to go in your van. Well, now they don't. We just put the poo bags in there, and then when we get the opportunity, we just put them in the bin. So there we are. Job done now. If I bang that, I'll know about it now, with it being all metal plated. But we're quite happy with it. As you say, you really do need a back step, so there we go. Another job done. So, steps done. Happy with that. As I say, we're waiting now for the lights to come that we're going to have in there. We may look at putting some stickers on there at a later date. But before I go, I just want to say a big thank you to Sir John of Gadgets and Lady Mandy of the B-Roll for our new stickers that we got when we were at Willowfields with them. So I will hand you over to Jane, but before I go, I will say bye for now.
Where do you want it? Where would you like to stick it? Who do you want to be next to?
This is just my first one, but I'm doing some more because it needs a border. But anyway, I'm there.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, Carol, Beryl, another camper van channel.